Cool. How's it going, everyone? Um, okay, so I tried doing this live thing yesterday. I think for the most part it was successful, but I think, oops, my computer clipped the volume, and so hopefully, oh, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna clip this on here. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Okay, so just been practicing some things, some basic things like overtones, overtone matching, and also practicing in all 12 keys, just a chromatic type pattern. Right now, I was practicing some transcriptions, and so it went well. I was trying to record for the YouTube channel, so that's still in the works. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just practice some songs for an upcoming gig. Let me see if I can. Cool. Let me see. Anyways, so I practice some things like. One thing that I've kind of been practicing is just playing the blues chord progression in all 12 keys, just so I can be familiar with different types of chords, different types of harmony. So maybe, for example, would be like something like this. I like to always practice with a metronome because it helps me develop my internal rhythm, and you know, I don't want to like play either behind or too far ahead, so I always try to put it at 60. And what I like to do is I like to just like play, improvise with the chord progression, blues chord progression, and just like quarter notes. Okay, something very simple. So for example, let's play C blues. Okay, a blues chord progression. So I go like this. So I like to just do this because, you know, it helps me just be familiar and feel more comfortable with playing a blues chord progression. And then I like to take it up a half step. Okay, I'm gonna just take it all in 12 keys. So the next one would be D flat. So it'll be something like this, quite similar to what I did before. So that was in D flat. And why is this very helpful? Well, let's say, for example, if you're going on like a jam session and maybe someone calls a blues, I'll stop this. Someone calls a blues in a different key, then you can always be ready to play in that particular key. The next thing would be playing in D. So it'll be like this. making sure to hit all the chord tones. And what I mean by that is that, for example, I'm playing, the key that I was playing in was in D major. So the first chord of that would be the D dominant 7. And then it'd be the fourth of that. And when I say the fourth, I'm talking about grades of the major scale. So if you think of the fourth, that's going to be G dominant 7. All right, because G is the fourth note of the D major scale. All right, so for example, and remember that all the chords in a blues chord progression, they are dominant. Okay, so the fourth, back to the 1, which is in this case is D. D7 again. Then 4. Take it up a half step. So instead of playing G, B, D, F, you're going to play G sharp, B, D, F. And what that ends up being is going to be a G sharp minor 7, fully diminished. So like, so you can hear it's kind of cool. It builds more tension. So 4. Back to the 1. And you have a kind of like, it's a very common pattern in jazz. You'll see this kind of pattern in different standards, but it's going to be 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Then the turnaround. So this is very key because you'll see oftentimes in jazz standards that the turnaround is often comprised of a 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. So in this case, for D major, I would be playing D7, A7, oh sorry, B7. Okay, so it'd be like D7, B dominant 7, then 2, 5, 1. So in this case, it'll be E minor, A7, and then back to the 1. Okay, so that's a very common thing. And why I like to practice, especially with blues chord progressions, it's because it's very simple. Okay, if you're trying to practice something new, I highly recommend that you practice it on a blues chord progression or whatever you're trying to do, because it's going to be easily, you'll be able to easily apply it to more complex things like maybe like a rhythm changes harmony or other jazz standards. So that's why I like to play this, and it's a good exercise because one, the types of chord progressions I'm playing are very common in many jazz standards. So perhaps I'll make a video. Thanks for joining me. I kind of been in the dark, kind of like a ghost. I've just been busy with work and stuff and haven't had time to create more videos. So I like to, try to give back to help those who are trying to improvise and learn more jazz. I'm trying to just do the streaming thing. I'm gonna make more of an effort to send out more videos, but in the meantime I'll go ahead and do this. So the next thing after D, I'm gonna go ahead and play E dominant 7. E dominant 7, or I should say E flat blues chord progression. Okay, so E flat, so I'm just going up half steps chromatically. Next one would be E. Okay, so it'd be like Okay, oh, I forgot to turn on metronome again, so I'll go ahead and do that. C. So, E. Oops. Okay. E, F. Oh, sorry. Oh, I messed up. So it would be. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Let me go ahead and try again. Oops, is that too dark? Okay, let me try that. I messed up. So again, I'm going to try playing the F blues chord progression. Okay, so that's F. The next one, it's going to be F sharp. And it would be F sharp for tenor sax players. Concert E is a very common blues chord progression that many rock guitarists like to play for some reason. Guitarists like to play in the key of E. Whenever I go to jam sessions and I go to like these rock jam sessions, blues jam sessions, they always call that a blues in E. They're like, oh, let's play an E. Can you play an E? A blues chord progression? It's like, so it's always a good key to know. Even though for saxophone players, like tenor sax players, it's not very common to always, or it's not usually happening to play in the key of concert E, or in my case, I'm playing tenor saxophone of F sharp. So it's going to be like, well, I'm going to go ahead and play the chord progression for F sharp. So it'll be like this. Okay, so, then I just keep going. Really, it's a really good exercise. When I first did this exercise, it took me forever to do. And, but now it's getting easier and easier. It's been something that I've been practicing for several months, so, if you try it for the first time and you'll, mess up, it's okay. Don't get discouraged, just keep trying. Next is going to be G7. So it'll be like this. So I'm doing that. G. Next is going to be A flat. Okay, so again, just as a reminder, I'm trying to just practice blues chord progressions in all 12 keys. I find it to be very beneficial because a lot of the keys that I'm playing in are a lot of the chords that I play in these chord progressions are very common in jazz standards like a 251, 16251, 36251. Okay, and it gives me also exposure to like fully diminished chords. So it really helps with everything. Oh, where am I? Forgot. I think I'm on A. Okay, so am I on A? G, A flat, A. I'm on A. Okay, so I'm gonna play blues in A. And so another thing that's really helpful is this, like you become familiar with the changes, so it makes it very easy to improvise on a particular chord progression. Let's say I'm gonna play in, I'll just play in this one. So for example, I could improvise, you know? Okay, so one thing that's also important when you're improvising is you have to know the changes. If you don't know the changes very well, your improvisation is going to sound very lost without any direction. So you can see, like, yeah, blues, okay. You can, when I first started out improvising on blues, you know, I would just always use like a pentatonic scale. But as time went on, I realized that playing the chords, using the chord tones in your improvisation gives like anchor points to where your improvisation is going. So like, yeah, sure, imagine, so you can see I'm just improvising on with just a metronome, but you can hear the chord changes and you can hear the direction of it. Imagine if I was just playing C, like let's say I'm playing C blues, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just improvise. So I just use a C major pentatonic scale, but you can like hear that you don't know what's going on. So now I'm going to show you how to just improvise, but keeping in mind the chord progressions that are happening. So like, for example, I'm just going to play in C. So you can see that there's a lot more excitement, you can hear more flavor, more colors when you keep in mind the harmony of a particular chord progression. In this case, I'm just practicing with blues. And again, I just want to reiterate the point, practicing blues chord progressions and practicing certain things that you want to improve on. Let's say you're just like, oh, okay, sorry, I turned off the metronome. Maybe it's annoying, but let's say you were trying to practice. Oh, okay, I'm gonna improvise, and I want to keep in mind chord progressions. I recommend that you start with the blues. It's it's a very simple chord progression that you can follow, and it's easy to keep track of the chords, as opposed to, let's say, like ballads. Ballads have sometimes like 3-4 chords in a particular harmony, like body and soul, like. I'm gonna go ahead and continue. So I was on A. Now I'm gonna move on to the B chord progression in blues. Okay, B blues chord progression. Okay, you can see I messed up. So it's good because, you know, when you mess up, then you know what you need to work on. B, for some reason, gives me issues. And, well, it's tough, it's tricky. Okay, so I'm gonna try again. It's like. Okay, I'll try again. Oh, I messed up. Okay, so that's B. Oh, I should have done B flat first. Okay, now, and then the last one would be B flat. So really, from A, I should have gone to B flat, then to B. But I skipped B flat, so let me go ahead and do B flat. Oh, I messed up. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna play the B flat blues chord progression. Okay, so you can see I've done all of the chord progressions, I should say, and I'm done. So, but it's really helpful to go through different keys. I even do it with like different like motifs. Let's say, for example, this one. So I played that like in C, and I'm gonna take it up a half step. So it'll be like. And then I'm gonna take it in D. And E. Flat. I should say that was E flat. This is E. Okay, so E, F. Okay. Next is going to be an F sharp. Okay, so that's F sharp. G. Okay. A flat. Okay, so that's A flat. A. B flat. Okay, and then so that was B flat, and now this is B. Yeah, so you know, playing licks in all 12 keys is also very helpful for improvisation. you also got to pay attention where you can use these kinds of licks. Let's say, for example, I wanted to use this lick. It's very calming. You can find this lick in Donna Lee by Charlie Parker. But this key, for example, appears on a 2-5, minor 2-5-1. Okay, so whenever you see like a minor 2-5-1, then you can use this. All right, so for example, this would have been like, so I think that would be on F minor, and then B flat, and then no, wait, that's not right. Alright, I'm gonna have to check that, but it's going to be, for example, yeah, C minor, and then it'll be C minor, and then B flat. No, wait. Okay, well, I'm stumped. I'll get back to you. Actually, let me check real quick. I'm gonna go pull my... Yeah, C minor. Okay, yeah. So it would be on a C minor 7. So this one here. And then you can take it to okay, that's D. That's E flat. So you can go ahead and do this, play like these different types of motifs in all 12 keys. Like this one in particular I really like, because you can also play this on a 2-5-1. So for example, here you could play like a C minor and then an F7, and it sounds really cool. So I really like to use this lick, but sometimes I abuse it too much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just practice some songs. Like I have an upcoming gig, and so like for example, we are just going to play some songs here, like El Paso. So I'm currently in Bogota, Colombia, and there's a lot of really cool music here. I really love cumbia, especially, and one of the really famous cumbias here is called El Pescador, or El Pescador in Spanish. Well, I don't know. Okay, well, that's my Spanish. So like it'll go something like this, El Pescador. So I'm just practicing, like it'll be like this. That's the melody. Let me see if I can like, once I get the melody down, what I like to do next is try to play around with the melody, help me with improvisation. And I do this for all songs that I'm learning. First thing I do is, when I'm practicing songs, learn the melody, like don't improvise the rhythm, like read it the way it is. And then afterwards, once you feel comfortable, then you can go ahead and practice improvising. So let's see how it goes. And I just want to also, okay, I have like the harmony, but okay, actually I don't need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the song that I played, the melody, and I'm just gonna try to improvise. So I feel like I got it. I feel comfortable with that. Another song that I'm also practicing is called Piel Canela. It's like it's a bolero, and you know, boleros are very beautiful. I really enjoy the music, and Piel Canela is a very famous one. Many versions of this song. I like the one with Edie Gomez. It's pretty chill. So it goes something like this. Okay, so one thing I like to do first is just practice the melody. So it'll be something like this. Oh, I messed up. Okay, let me try again. So that's the melody. It's really sweet. Sounds better with other musicians, of course, but I'm just practicing the melody. I feel comfortable with the melody. I've been practicing for a while now. So what I like to do is I like to improvise. Oops. I like to improvise with the melody, okay? Now I feel comfortable with the melody, I'm gonna go ahead and improvise. So it'll be something like this. Okay, so I feel pretty good with that. And then another one. Well, I feel good with those. Tomorrow I'm gonna be going to a jam session, so there's some songs I like to practice that I haven't practiced in a while. So, like for example, tomorrow I like to play. There's this cool cumbia by Lucho Bermudez called Fiesta de los Negritos. That's like, well, I don't know if I should. Well, anyways, it sounds like this. Okay, so. So that's pretty much it. And then there's this cool, like, not a vamp, but it's like a kind of like a bridge. It goes like. Goes like that. Okay. Another one I'm going to practice is what is it called? Carinito? I can't remember. Let's see if I can remember. Oh, cool. Someone has written me. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Nice. Thank you. Nice. Hello out there. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to write me. And yeah, hi. If you have any questions, feel free. I'm just right now currently just practicing songs for just like a jam session. I'm currently in Bogota, Colombia. If anyone's in Bogota, Colombia, check me out there. And I'll be playing in a hostel. And what's it called? You know, oftentimes I think tomorrow's gonna be mainly jazz, but I also really love like mixtures like jazz, calypso, like kind of a fusion. For example, like Sonny Rollins, like St. Thomas is really cool. So my method of learning songs is, for example, let me see here. Here's like the sheet music for St. Thomas. Can you guys see that? I think you should just pay attention to like the chord changes here. In my case, it's for tenor saxophone, so it's in the key of D major. But here it starts the 1, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Very common, and this is a very common chord progression that you'll see a lot, and it's good to remember, especially the 2, 5, 1 part. Very common in jazz standards. You know, if you feel like you have troubles with that, then just practice those chord progressions. Like for example, let me go ahead and actually practice Donna Lee because I struggle with that one. Yeah, I'm gonna move my chair here. Wow. So, what I have trouble with Donna Lee is the this is kind of a very like, well, no, that's not true. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I really want to study the chords for Donna Lee because there's a lot of them. Okay, so that's what okay, perhaps I'll use, oh, okay. Yeah, let me do with the, let's play like 100. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So I have the melody down for Donna Lee. Now I'm gonna try to memorize the chord progressions because they're pretty tough. So one thing I like to do, if I don't know the chord progressions very well, I just like to play the chord tones of each harmony, just playing quarter notes. So for example, here it would be a B flat. So I'll show you an example. Sorry, I messed up. Okay, so basically, I'm sorry, I paper got wet. Okay, so I'm just playing the chords, just quarter notes at a time, each of the chord tones. Okay, so I try to read it first. Now I'm gonna see if I can do it just by memory. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable at first trying to do it by memory, just keep reading it. Try to just improvise the chord tones only, just using quarter notes like. Now I'm going to try to go ahead and do this just by memory because I want to really internalize the harmony of Donna Lee. So it'll be like. I messed up. Okay, so I think I got the melody down. Let me see if I can improvise now. Just the same beat. I'm on 80 beats. No, wait. So really, I'm at 160. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on 80. So what I like to do is I like to just put the metronome on beats 1 and 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's many reasons why, and that's one of the videos I want to make in the future, how to use metronome. Okay, but I will see you guys here. Okay, so more or less I got it. Let me practice the melody again. I'm not really, some things aren't clear. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let me see if I can finish. I think I got just noodling. Okay, so but I think I got the hang of it. Oops. Oops. Yeah. So just practicing chord progressions. The next thing I wanted to practice was yeah. Let me see if I can play. There are other songs that I wanted to play. Just give me 1 minute, everyone. Another one was like a salsa song. I'm gonna have to put my saxophone. So another one that I'm trying to practice like is a famous salsa song called Idilio by Willie Colon, and I forget, I played this song a while back. I forgot the phrases of the trombone part. So it'll be like something like and that's okay. I think I did it. Okay, so that's the first phrase, and then singing happens, then the second phrase. It goes like this. Ay, caramba. What is it? Okay, so that's the Sicilian. Idilio. That's the Idilio phrase. What's the dealio, man? The next one, in the third phrase, like. So something like that. So. Okay, I think I got it. And then I think it's kind of interesting, like playing jazz, and then playing other kinds of music is like accents are changing. So I couldn't be doing like ghost tonguing or like for example like so like you can't like mute the notes like sometimes I'll ghost tongue like in jazz, but it seems you can't really, it doesn't sound right when you do that kind of accent on these notes when you're playing like salsa. It's very clean and accents are very sharp. So it's one thing to keep in mind, like whatever style of music you're playing, sometimes the accents are going to be a lot different, so you have to keep that in mind. For salsa music to sound like salsa music, you have to apply its particular rhythm and particular accents on particular notes. With jazz, it's totally different too, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I did that. Second phrase. Okay, this is good. And next one. Okay, that's good. And then the last one. so what was I gonna say? I feel like I got the phrases down. Let me see if I know. I'm gonna try and play it along with the song. And salsa music happens, really cool, singing some stuff. I'm just gonna speed up. So I'm just like demonstrating how I would practice like if you're learning music by ear, this would be the best way to do it. Just listening to the phrase and then practicing it along with the audio. So it's like then okay, so yeah, just practicing songs. If anyone has questions or wants me to go over something, feel free to write in the chat. I feel like this is my way of when I don't have much time to make videos, I go ahead and stream and try to help and yeah, try to help with any questions. I'll go ahead and time's running short. So let me just practice one thing. That's good. What other song? Oh, okay, practice that. Ah, here it is. Okay, so just gonna practice a song called Mambo Influenciado. Okay, so I'm gonna practice a song. It's called Mambo Influenciado by Chucho Valdez. Goes like this. Okay, I'll just keep practicing it. See if I can play the song before. I'm gonna see if I can memorize it. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's getting late. When I'm done, with my practice session, I just like to goof around and just like play some blues. Sometimes, normally I don't play with like a backing track, but only when I'm messing around. So this is the last thing I'll do. I just find some backing track and then I'll just play on it. Okay, so. Okay, so that's it. Playing the blues is really fun. So after like a long day of work and studying, it's always fun to just play some blues. And so with that being said, it's getting late. It's already 10 p.m. on my side in Colombia. And so I'm really grateful I have cool neighbors. But I don't want to push my luck, so this is gonna be the end of it. All right, thank you all for joining, and I hope you enjoyed my playing. Tune in tomorrow. I'll be going to a jam session here in Colombia, and also maybe just showing some of my like practicing too before I go to the gym. I like to practice, but tomorrow probably around like 7 p.m. I'm in Colombia, so Eastern time, that would be 6 p.m. On the West Coast, that would be 4 p.m. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, have a good one. I send you good vibes. And take care. Bye.